My favourite YouTuber, Wheezy Waiter, asked for his viewers' origin stories. So here's mine. My full name is Sam Alexander George Taylor. My parents named me Sam as my first name because when my mum was expecting me, they went to see Ghost with Patrick Swayze in it, and Patrick Swayze's character in the film is called Sam. So yeah, I'm named after Patrick Swayze, which is pretty cool. Alexander is just a name they were going to give me, but then everybody kept calling me Alex, so they didn't like that. And then George was my granddad's name, and Taylor is my dad's last name, obviously. I was born in Hammersmith and lived around that part of London till I was 2, and then my parents, me and my brother, moved to Norfolk, where we've lived for the majority of my life until obviously I came here to university. I'd say there's two defining things about me, two things that have made me me. One of them is living in the countryside, because although I spent a decent amount of time in London seeing relatives and all that sort of stuff when I was younger, the country's always felt like my home. I always feel most comfortable in the countryside, and I don't know, it's just, I love the scenery and the beauty and the quiet. I think that's why I come out here to do these videos, is because I like to get away. I don't want to sound like a massive loner, but I like to be on my own sometimes, and you can't get that as easy in the city. In the countryside, you have to walk 5 minutes and you're on your own. I say my grandparents had a huge part of my upbringing. When I was younger and kind of needed childcare and stuff, my parents couldn't really afford childcare, so my grandparents looked after me, and they are two of the most inspirational people to me. I find myself sharing a lot of their beliefs, maybe not all of them, but most of them. And I don't know, they just had a big part in my upbringing, and obviously my parents, who I adore. They're wonderful people. I love them. At this point, my camera's done something a bit weird and destroyed this little section of footage. But basically what I was trying to say was, the other thing that has made me me is punk rock. I think my first punk rock album was probably Green Day or something, because, you know, I was probably like 10 years old or whatever, but it was music which I instantly identified with, but like I hadn't identified with before. You know, I'd always been brought up around music, but punk rock showed me that you could pretty much say anything you wanted within music. I don't know, it was just instantly relatable to myself. I feel like punk rock might be a genre of music, but it's melded and shaped the way that I view the world and people around me, and has, you know, ultimately affected me greatly as a person. I don't really have any favourite bands as such, because I love so many bands, but you know, tell me if you are a punk rock fan down below and we'll have a chat, because there's just not enough of us out there. But yeah, so I guess that's my origin story. I think that's what makes me me, and yeah, I hope that we can have a discussion about what makes you you. You know, why not? Why not? I feel like I never know enough about people, so, you know. Yeah, alright. See you later. As a reward for sitting through a video of me talking about myself, which isn't really my style, here's a short clip of some ducks at Sow House Broad that I filmed this weekend. Ducks.